And it's been a while, but I think it's time to critique again. It's been a while since we said you're stupid. Yeah.
It's my hot body, I'll do what I want.
It's showtime.
Madison is back with another video.
This is why you can't trust AI subtitles. I was about to clown on her saying, we know it's you, but she didn't say Madison. She said Mad is on. And that's a different character.
And in this video, we're talking about the history of the Hollywood clone conspiracy.
The implication being that there are decades of this mystery to examine.
Hollywood clone conspiracy.
Yeah, there are problems with AI subtitles. Mine didn't even pick up those words. It didn't recognize them as words.
Something that's been popping up in pop culture.
A puppy popped his puppy paws out of his puppy house.
More and more recently.
Every little thing she says is stupid. Every little thing pisses me off. Cut the word recently because it is recent in general.
According to the internet, Selena Gomez is really dead. And the person who's currently attending red carpets is really Xena Davis?
You're telling me Selena Gomez was replaced by a woman who's twice her age and twice her height?
Jim Carrey is now a clone for criticizing the elites.
He is an elite. He's been an elite since like 93.
Even Kai Cenat, who people are claiming has been soul swapped with Diddy.
That's not even a clone conspiracy.
Let's talk about it. And the biggest question I have whenever I see this sort of conspiracy is,
how can I blend them all together in a video and make money off of it?
where did this all originate? A celebrity pops out looking different, and one of the first things people think is that has to be a clone.
She's treating this as a real thing that people actually believe in? Really?
You can tell when it's Chrissy Teigen, her face gets really wide and fat and her eye gets smaller.
Madison has filler about celebrities with too much filler.
That famous celebrity was definitely replaced with a clone version of themselves right under our noses.
But how could anybody hide anything under your tiny cute nose?
The Hollywood clone conspiracy, while taking various forms over the years, largely originated in the early 2010s internet fan culture, as well as a lot of internet theories regarding the Illuminati.
Those are two completely different things from completely different times. What the fuck are you talking about?
Someone who really propelled this theory was a man named Donald Marshall.
She's attributing a worldwide conspiracy theory to a single individual so she has something she can talk about and specify instead of a great big group of idiots.
An independent theorist.
Is that like you being an independent journalist?
You know, an independent thinker who in 2011 claimed that there was a cloning center that was ran by the Illuminati.
Run. Homeschool did you dirty, girl.
All meant to replace celebrities who are particularly difficult or who died.
Of course we looked him up. He does have books on celebrity cloning, but they're self-published and haven't sold many copies. So again, not credible sources of information.
If you guys have heard of Donald Marshall, he literally talks about how Britney Spears was one of the ones that were like really passed around, okay?
All right, place your bets. All of Madison's research comes from TikTok. Place your bets here. We're going to be closing in about 30 seconds, folks, so hurry up.
Donald Marshall has been saying, this guy is the biggest whistleblower I've ever encountered in my life. In the past week, I have researched this guy for like 50 hours.
How? By reading his self-published books?
Donald Marshall. This man has been exposing cloning centers.
Yes, I've trimmed those down. Yes, those are Madison's examples of reliable sources.
A lot of these cloning theories start to appear when celebrities make appearances and look different than usual or act different.
I can't tell if she thinks her audience is really incredibly stupid and naive or if she understands that she's just filling space for ads. I can't tell.
It's also worth noting that the release of Jeffrey Epstein's emails have heightened conspiracy theories in general, but have also particularly heightened the cloning conspiracy theories.
Why is that worth noting? Are you doing something on celebrity clones or in conspiracy theories in general? Do you even know?
People are struggling to grasp what is truth and what is fiction.
Not as much as you personally.
It seems like more and more the lines are blurring.
What lines are blurring? There's only one line. It's the line between fact and fiction.
Conspiracy theories usually heighten during times of uncertainty or times of upheaval.
This is entirely anecdotal. There's no research here.
And if there's any time like that, it definitely feels like the present.
I love how that's supposed to be a banger line, but it just...
While the clone conspiracy theory may feel very bizarre to some, a lot of it is centered around themes of distrust in authority and not believing the common narrative that's being presented to the public, a lack of trust over those in power.
It's like I'm watching a teenager give a research report presentation in school.
And with the release of the Epstein emails, it's no wonder that those themes are resurfacing.
What I'm getting is that Madison wanted to make a video about conspiracies, but she felt she had to focus on a conspiracy, so she chose the cloning thing because of all the Jim Carrey coverage,
resulting in widespread clone conspiracies. Here's the question, is what people are theorizing celebrities being replaced with lookalikes once they become too problematic, outspoken, or die suddenly?
Guess what her evidence of this is? Guess. Come on, you laid bets before. It's the same thing.
I'm really excited to be here.
Even theoretically possible, while human cloning could be possible through things like somatic cell nuclear transfer.
That's the only type of cloning that's going on is somatic cell nuclear transfer,
which has been used to clone other mammals and human embryos for research. No verified human clone has ever been produced.
Do you know how hard it is to clone somebody?
Actually, I do, so I don't need to watch this TikTok to give me the information that I have from a better source.
Reproductive cloning is considered unsafe and legally banned worldwide.
That's not exactly true. Well, in 2005, 84 out of 191 nations in the United Nations approved a non-binding statement against human cloning. Since then, less than 50 countries actually have laws against it, and these laws are further complicated by the fact that these cloning techniques are used in gene therapy to treat conditions and diseases.
I know a lot of people listening to that are probably thinking, well, what has ever stopped elites from doing things that are legally banned and unsafe before?
Do you really believe in the elites? Are you a QAnon girly?
But here's the thing. If you're cloning something, these clones would still have to be born, which would make them exact copies, but also literal babies.
It's really sad that she didn't come up with this on her own and had to get it from that TikTok I clipped.
So most conspiracy theories that speculate on clone replacements wouldn't be actual clones unless those clones were born at the same time of said celebrity.
So she's arguing for replacement but not clone theory.
Plus, those clones would or should be indistinguishable.
But they wouldn't be indistinguishable. They'd be missing all of the plastic surgery the celebrity themselves had.
So the fact that most people...
It's not most people. Where are you getting most people from these very few TikToks that you've called?
Think that a celebrity is replaced by a clone because they look or act different also makes the theory implausible.
I know, implausible is a great word, but the word you really need is impossible. This is impossible. You're wasting our time. I do not know why you are going to pretend that this is a thing that can actually happen when you've just admitted it can't.
But let's go over some of these theories over the years, because regardless of what is or isn't possible, these theories continue to spread.
So after putting in the first part of your video that you know it's all bullshit, you're going to waste my time with another half an hour of this anyways?
Britney Spears has received a ton of theories over many years that she's been replaced by a clone.
How does she receive these theories? Do they come in her fan mail?
The topic of Britney Spears being potentially replaced by a clone brings up the topic of mental health.
It's not potential, you just did it.
How celebrities are human beings who may struggle with things like mental health in the public eye.
Are these visuals meant to be cutesy bad, or do they just suck?
And because mental health is such a complicated issue that can be at times very hard to explain and understand.
It's not though. You might find these things confusing because you're not the brightest crayon in the box. And that's okay.
It results in many people trying to find explanations. When a person is acting quote unquote out of the ordinary,
This is a trad wife's perspective. She is writing this from the perspective of a trad wife in the 1950s.
or different than their normal character, you try and find ways to explain it, which may explain why so many people have theorized that Britney has been replaced by a clone.
That's not the prevailing Britney Spears conspiracy theory or theories. You're just trying to shove everything into this one-size-fits-all box.
There was also Britney Spears' Toxic music video, which, fun fact, as a kid, I was obsessed with this music video. I thought it was the coolest thing artistically and used to watch it on repeat.
I think you still are. Why are you bringing it up?
But in this music video, the main character who looks like Britney Spears is replaced by a clone, or is being cloned, which sparked a lot of conspiracy theories that Britney was trying to warn people.
Show me, Madison, one place where you found somebody making this claim. Show me one besides yourself.
Kristen Cavallari, on her Let's Be Honest podcast, claimed that both Britney Spears and Kanye West might be clones.
And I, Madison, think that she is a perfectly reliable and credible source of information.
Apparently, after this,
Let me stop you right there. Apparently means that you have no proof for anything you're saying, so I'm just gonna cut it out of the video because it's obviously bullshit.
it sounds like Britney was trying to get in touch with her and have an honest conversation. And she's like, nope, you're still a clone.
What's the point of this anecdote? It is not evidence of a giant conspiracy theory about Britney Spears being cloned.
Imagine having a conversation with someone who thinks you're a clone.
I can't, because it's so incredibly stupid. If there was a person who believed I was a clone of my original self, I wouldn't be able to communicate with them, obviously.
That's gotta be a mind fuck.
Motherfuck, noise.
I also think this touches on an issue of the fact that celebrities grow and change, and sometimes that can be in a bad way, unfortunately.
As opposed to a bad way, fortunately.
Like this ain't Britney. This is a clone.
You know, I've never noticed a reactor using duck lips before.
There were also people falling for AI of the real Britney Spears spotted, as if Britney Spears is just living a random normal life.
There are also people. Okay, there might be a couple of idiots out there, but it's not the majority.
Hence, let's look at some of the other things that this company has been posting.
Just a brief sample of the many faces of Madison as she watches TikToks to fill up video time.
And then she fucking fixed her whole life?
Why, yes, this is a TikTok of a woman talking about other TikToks about a religious book that changed Reese Witherspoon back into a brunette. Yeah, this is totally relevant.
How are people falling for this AI advertisement?
Who says they are? There's no proof anybody believes it. Why do you assume people believe it? Because you did?
What? We're so screwed if people are falling for this.
You did fall for it. You absolutely fell for it. And someone, probably your husband, had to tell you, no, honey, that's AI. And then you got an idea for a video.
Now, one of the OG clone conspiracy theories, maybe one of the clone conspiracy theories that really started all of this, is the Avril Lavigne clone conspiracy.
How about I save us some time? At least I hope she used this article because it counts as a credible source. And by the way, we've skipped about 10 minutes of a bullshit story about Avril Lavigne. You're welcome.
That's not Selena. Who is in there right now?
She's reusing the TikTok footage?
The main conspiracy that I've been seeing is that Selena Gomez died and is no longer Selena Gomez, and instead was replaced by an older actress like Xena Davis.
Does she think people really believe that?
Or any other actress who may resemble her current appearance.
I've always enjoyed and felt very fortunate that I...
Oh, wow. Fuck you. Madeline Kahn's been dead for 27 years. Fuck you, you stupid.
Just me, where I don't really see that much of a similarity?
Then why'd you include it? Then why is it here? You don't even know who Madeline Kahn is, do you? You're such a Philistine.
But I was 16, and that's more of a nostalgic feeling. But no.
That was Xena Davis.
You know what? Madison doesn't deserve an Earth Girls Are Easy clip.
So that's the theory, is soul swapping?
Yes, she is including this under the umbrella of human cloning.
Side note, I'm currently watching Alchemy of Souls on Netflix, the K-drama.
That's right. You relate everything to fiction.
And this feels like people just watched that show where soul swapping happens. And they're like, yeah, that sounds like something that could happen in real life.
And that was her entry point. You watch this show, you're obsessed with the idea, and you find people who believe that idea is real. That's what children do, Madison.
Another aspect of this theory is that they believe Justin Bieber's angel tattoo, as well as his song The Ghost of You, means that he already thinks or knows that Selena Gomez died.
Wow. You know, it doesn't happen with Selena Gomez, but once you insert Justin Bieber into something, I'm out.
So the elites took Justin Bieber's and Selena Gomez's baby and gave him to the Kardashians in order to keep him in line.
This is starting to feel like punching down. You're using the content of people who are obviously cognitively impaired to make yourself look less cognitively impaired.
But another man who has been accused of cloning recently is Jim Carrey.
Notable Hollywood celebrity Jim Carrey has recently been accused of cloning in a secret lab because he's really that guy from the Sonic movie and not an actor at all.
In a recent appearance,
oh my God, she's using OBS. She's just recording this with OBS.
Jim Carrey both talked and looked different at a French awards ceremony.
1, facial surgery. 2, he was speaking French. That's the difference.
Jim Carrey attended the award ceremony at 64 years old and accepted the award with grace.
Of course he attended it at 64 years old. Did you expect him to be a different age? A younger age? He is early bird special blue plate at the diner guy now.
He wasn't smiling in the classic Jim Carrey cartoonish way, which meant he was different.
He's doing all of the facial expressions he's always done, except now his skin is tighter so they don't look the same. Are you this dumb? Are you?
Though a big point on Jim Carrey having been cloned was that his eyes look different.
Of course they do. He had an upper bleph.
Though I have found some images where Jim Carrey's eyes kind of look similarly.
You're always using adverbs when you should be using adjectives and vice versa. Guess where this goes from here, guys. Guess. You won't guess. I didn't guess.
I mean, don't even get me started on the glam bots. Who thought of that? Who ever thought that was a good idea?
Madison, this has nothing to do with your thesis and should not be part of this video.
A glam? Whoever thought that would be a good idea?
She has it written down and she's still fucking it up.
I think whoever thought of that idea designed it as a celebrity humiliation ritual.
That's a completely different type of conspiracy theory.
What do you gain from cloning Jim Carrey? Again, same question as I had with Selena Gomez.
Ooh, a rando on Twitter is such a great source.
What would you do with cloning Jim Carrey? What message would Jim Carrey spread to the general public?
Madison assumes the only reason to replace celebrities with lookalikes is because those celebrities have some important thing to tell the world and they're being hushed.
That people would be like, yep, I'm definitely listening to Jim Carrey on the political and economic state of the world.
This just keeps getting dumber and dumber.
It's a completely different face shape, and I don't even know what to say. I mean, speculating that a horrible, horrific person with horrific allegations, convictions, a convicted rapist, just one of the most horrific people of our time, switched places with a famous streamer to put that on a famous streamer just off of vibes and the fact that they kind of look the same, just feels so uncool.
Yeah, guys, stop it. It's so uncool.
In my opinion, it's a way that we try to grasp with change. I think many in the public see celebrities as more of a symbol than real people.
You mean objects. We objectify celebrities and don't allow them to have human foibles.
I'm not trying to say poor them, their life is so hard compared to the average person, but I do think there needs to be more humanizing of celebrities.
You know, that's probably humanly impossible. At the most, we have parasocial relationships with these entities, and they aren't people to us. They are objects of adoration, interest. They're not real, and it's probably psychologically best that we don't treat them as if if they are real human beings in our lives.
Because when we see them as humans who inevitably change one way or another and sympathize with that, we might be able to see ourselves in a more sympathetic light as well.
Yeah, again, that's the point of view of a teenager.
I just find it a little bit weird that in a world where there's so much abject cruelty happening, the people that we're choosing to dehumanize, call clones and replacements, are the ones who are doing the most human things: aging, changing, being impermanent, imperfect in a very human way. And that's all. Peace.
That's not a conclusion. There wasn't a thesis. What was this? We may never know, but thanks for joining me and watching and reacting to it. If you haven't yet, please hit a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, and ring the bell for all notifications. Let's have fun with this human cloning thing. In the comments, you list a celebrity and their child who you think is actually just a clone of that celebrity.
Hurry back. Hurry back. We were dying to have you.